what's up, my chatterboxes? This is my review for Love at the Lockup, Season 2, Episode 49, The Wife, the Girlfriend, and the Side Chick. I just want to say to you guys, you guys have been watching my content, and I appreciate it very much. Please like the videos, subscribe to the channel, share the videos. It helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. So we just going to get into this real quick. So it starts off where it left off with, well, it starts off with Maria. She's talking to the producers, and she's saying, I guess the producer was asking her, do she think he was messing with Sarah? And she said that she don't think that he'll mess up something that he has now with something he already had. But little do she know, he was dipping in Sarah Lady Pine, okay? So it cuts back to him leaving Sarah's house. Sarah's smiling as she watching him leave out the house. So you already know what that smile means. So he's talking to the producers, and he was saying it meant everything to him to be able to, tuck the kids in and wake up to the kids and things like that. So the producer asked him, is that everything that went down? And he was like, yeah. She was like, you sure about that? Yeah. So he's sticking to the script by basically saying Sarah left, he was there with the girls all night, and then he left in the morning when Sarah got back. This is the script that he sticking to. But we all know that's a bunch of BS, okay? That's a bunch of BS. You can look all on 12 Head face and tell that he was up to no good. He ain't shit. We all know he ain't shit. I mean, I don't feel no type way for Maria, because Maria, you was talking major trash, and look what's happening to you. But anyway, moving on from that, now we have Angela and Tony. They're going, she's dropping Tony off so he can go tuxedo shopping, but he's meeting up with Tommy, Angela's friend. So Tommy still don't like Tony because Tommy still is in love with Angela. So they're looking for the suits and everything like that. Tommy decided that he want to let Tony know that he proposed to Angela. So Tony like, well, when was this? Because I've been engaged to her for 2.5 years. He was like, well, it was some while back. Tommy was saying, well, it was a while back. He was like, well, did you know she was engaged to me? And he was like, I think he said, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. So he was like, that means you still love her. You know what I mean? So, because Tony already said he said that he did not like Tommy. He said he only met him one time and he didn't like him. So now he really not going to like him. So he is trying to figure out why Angela didn't tell him the situation that took place between her and Tommy. Even though Angela shut Tommy down, Tony feels though she should have let him know. So Tommy basically threatened him and said, well, if you hurt her, then I'll do some damage. So Tony asked Tommy, have you ever killed somebody before? And he was like, no. So with a straight face, Tommy was like, well, until you do, I don't think that you should joke about something like that. Now, you remember before, Tony asked Tommy, did he ever kill somebody? I mean, Tommy asked Tony, did he ever kill somebody? And Tony never said nothing. He had this blank stare on his face. This was a couple episodes ago. Now it's the reverse, and he said this to Tommy. I wonder, do Tony got a body under his belt? Because I don't know. Okay, moving on from that. Now we have Marcelino and Brittany. So it's the day after. Well, it's the day after him lying to her, saying he was with his cousin James when he was actually with the poker coach. So, well, actually, that he comes back in the night. So, okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So he comes in, she's sleeping. She asked him, how did it go? And he was like, all right. She asked him, how did James do? That's the cousin. And he said, I forgot what he said towards that effect, but he made it seem like he was with James. Now, we all know that he wasn't with James because James called and asked Marcelino, and when Marcelino was at the poker coach's house. So Marcelino goes into the kitchen. He's drinking, some beer, playing with the dog. In the morning, they showed the damage as to what took place in the kitchen. He had about 4 or 5 beers, chips all over the place. Like, you couldn't clean up after yourself, Marcelino. Like, it took that much time to throw the beers into the trash can. Like, come on, into the recycling bin. I mean, anyway, so she gets up, she gets the kids together, she calls her mom and said, I'm on my way. Like, Brittany, I think it would have been best for you to call your mom before you were already en route to her and ask her if she could watch the kids or to see if she was even home in the first place. I mean, that's just something I would do. I don't know. Anyway, so she calls her mom and tell her that she's en route to her house. She's going to drop the kids off. So the mom asked her, what's going on. So she said that she's too mad, right? That she's mad and she don't want to have this blow up in front of the children. So the mom said, okay, I understand. So she dropped the kids off. She goes back to the house. Marcelino's in bed asleep. She confronts him. After she poured a beer on him, she was like, do you think I'm your fucking maid? She was like, so he jumps up. He has nothing to say at this point at all. He's crickets. She like, I'm pregnant. You doing this to me? She was like, I talked to your cousin. He was looking for you. And, Marcelino just looking stupid. So she pushes him and smack him. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, these girls on this show is like Mike Tyson. Okay. First we had Utah. Now we got Brittany. Y'all just don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. Okay, moving on from that. Now we have Clint. He's talking to his mother about the whole situation. Mom basically, crying and saying that it has to be over. Like, you're not happy. She putting you through too much. And Clint, he agreed. Clint told the mom, the mom saying to Clint, you have to be done. And Clint is saying, okay, yeah, I'm done. But then in his confessional, he's saying, if Tracy don't go to rehab, he's done. To be quite honest, even if she went to rehab, I still wouldn't want her if I was Clint. Because she has done too much and she has proven to be too flaky at this moment. I wouldn't want her in the process of going to rehab because it's too much of what if she relapsed type of situation. You understand what I'm saying? So I would just have to be done with her completely. And I'll be wondering, when Clint mom and dad is talking to him and they're looking at him, do they ever think in their mind that possibly their son may be on something? Because I can't see how you cannot see that something ain't right there. You keep saying Tracy, Tracy, Tracy. We know Tracy is a big problem, but do you not think that your son is a problem as well? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. So moving on from now, we have Utah with aka Andrea, and we have Lamar. So it's still the aftermath of the fight. Now, Andrea, I understand you was mad for this the third episode that you was mad. But I'm going to need you to clean your ass up, okay? I'm going to need you to fix it up. Because you ain't looking too good, okay? You looking like, your breath look like it's hot and stank, okay? Your ass probably stinking too because you done had that dress on, that house dress on for 3 goddamn episodes. I'm going to need you to get in the bathroom and freshen up, Andrea. That's what I'm going to need your little ass to. Well, you ain't little, but I'm going to need you to do that. Anyway, so they called a friend Michelle over. Michelle, we giving it to Andrea like it is. So I like Michelle. So she comes up, Andrea up there eating bombs like Peggy Bundy on the bed. So Michelle like, what you doing? She like, eating chocolates. You want some? No, this ain't Forrest Gump. She was like, no, I don't want any chocolates. Like, so anyway, She asked her everything that was going on. So she was telling her how she found condoms in his pocket. And at first I didn't believe him, but now I do. So she was like, well, what made you not, you started off not believing him, and now you saying that you believe that they might be his. So she told her how the brother always wear the jacket. Then she said, and I think he's cheating on me because there's always girls in the background. Then she went from that to saying he messing with prostitutes. And that's what Michelle said. How the hell you going from him messing around to him being with prostitutes? I'm gonna need you to bring it down. And she need a friend like Michelle, because Michelle be giving that shit to her like it is. So she was like, well, he downstairs, you want to talk to him. So Michelle went to go talk to him. So she asked him flat out, is he cheating? He said no. She asked him, have he ever cheated? He said no. She asked him, do he love her? He said, I love her with all my heart. So he asked her, what do she say? Because he said he's in the studio. He thinks now that he has a little bit more freedom, she can't handle it. So Michelle basically told him, I think y'all living apart is what's causing the issues. And she told Andrea that as well. She was like, y'all spend too much time apart. Y'all need to be together. That's what's causing the divide. And it is, because if you're not with him, you're thinking, oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? And then Andrea in her confession are going to say, I need him to know how to love me or treat, deal how to learn how to deal with me. She was like, I know I can be a handful. Yeah, you too much. I don't know nobody want to deal with your crazy ass. You are too much. And that's probably why you ain't having men when you met him. Because where the other kids' daddy at? Come on. Moving on from that fool. I'm not even going to say those two fools, because it's not Lamar, it's Andrea. She gets him. I got that on nerves sometimes. So moving on from them, now we have 12 Head, we have Maria, and we have Sarah in the same scene. So anyway, they're not in the same. Sarah is not with them, but they're talking to her as well in the scene. So Maria confronts 12 Head, aka Michael, because he comes to the hotel. Like, where the hell was you at? You wasn't answering your phone. We had ground rules. You said that you was going to be a couple hours. It's 12 o'clock the next day. So you could see on Maria's face that she's feeling a type way, that she feels salty, and she rightfully so, because she was on this show saying how she trusts him, how she know he not going back to that old situation, and how he has her, all the woman he needs, and all this. And now you on here just an episode later looking stupid as all hell, worrying about where 12 Head was at, not feeling sure about the situation, and you allow him. He didn't even convince you that he didn't do anything, because he was just saying he was over there, and Sarah was wasn't there and all this stuff. He didn't really put too much effort in convincing you. He just looking at you with them puppy dog eyes, and you basically forgave him. Like, he didn't even put no work in doing no convincing. Like, oh my God. I see what kind of women he go after. He go low self-esteem chicks. That's it. Because now we got Sarah over there. First, she was lying to the producer saying that he slept with Aviana and put Rain to sleep, and that was it. And then she was like, I'm lying. So she said, well, at the end of the day, he's still my husband, and we still his family. There's nothing wrong with him spending time here. And she admitted that they slept together. Like, like, come on. He is not no freaking prize. And from this point on, I don't want to hear Sarah complaining about shit he do. Because you know what type person he is, and you still messing around with him. So you get whatever comes your way. Whatever comes your way. I don't want to hear it, Sarah. Anyway, so as she's saying they slept together, they cut to him and Maria look like they about to sleep together. She all on top of him. They kissing and this and the other after the phone call with Megan. Like, hey, she's talking about you need to get all that out. What? Oh my God. I was so annoyed by this scene, because I was like, is this how women really get played every day by men? Because of the stupidity? Because those two was stupid as shit on here. And I'm sorry. I call it how I see it. And this shit right here, I'm like, Moving on from that right now. So now we have Lacey, we have Shane, we have John on the phone, and we have Lacey's father. So Shane and Lacey's father is still out back putting up the trampoline. So they, talking, having man talk. So while they're up down in the backyard doing that, Lacey's upstairs on the phone with John. They both doing some sort of strip tease with one another. He taking off his shirt. She showing her boobs. And do you like this? Do you like this? And yeah, baby. Yeah, you're sexy as hell. I'm like, oh my God, get a goddamn room already. So John tells Lacey that, well, when are you getting rid of Shane? So Lacey says, well, John really wants me to get rid of Shane because, of everything that's been going on, but Shane doesn't have anywhere to go. She was like, but he might be right because how do you have a marriage without trust? First, Lacey, you're using this situation to make it seem like he just lied on you. Yeah, he did lie. He didn't tell you. But you've been deceitful since day one as well. You have been deceitful. I cannot with these double standards of these people. Y'all lie all the time, and then when somebody lie to y'all act like it's the end of the fucking world. No, y'all just use excuses to do what you already wanted to do anyway. That's all y'all using this as an excuse to do what you want to do anyway. Because she gonna say, she said that he hurt her, and when she get hurt, she act out. No, you was acting out before you were hurt. You were acting out before you were hurt. Like, come on. Like, they get on my nerves. But sidebar, that damn eyelid earrings that Shane got drives me fucking nuts, okay? They drive me nuts. Anyway, moving on from that. Now you got Angela and Tony. Tony. We're not about to go there, Tony. How the hell you mad because Tommy proposed to Angela and Angela didn't tell you? You really sat up there with a straight face, gonna sit up there and argue with Angela and say, oh, that's deceitful. Nigga, you been out here fucking prostitutes, out here binging, doing all this crazy crap, and you want to sit up there and get mad because Tommy ass proposed to Angela? If y'all go sit down, sit your ass down. Oh my God, forgive me for saying the N-word, but dang, he pissed me off. Anyway, so they're arguing. He's telling her he don't want her to invite Tommy to the wedding and everything like that. She was like, well, you're not about to make that rule. Angela did stand up to that. She was like, that's not happening. She was like, Tommy don't mean no harm. And he told Angela that Tommy threatened them, and she was like, what, you scared of him? He's like, no, I'm not scared of him. He said, I know I can whoop his ass. He was like, but then that'll violate me and I go straight to back to prison. He said, Tommy is trying to break them up. I see it. Tommy is trying to break them up. But Angela don't want Tommy. Angela, and she not listening to nobody when it comes to Tony. Angela going to let Tony do whatever he want to do. Like she said, it's no comparison when it comes to you fucking prostitutes and Tommy proposing to me. Because he slept with 2 prostitutes. He was like, well, I don't even see the prostitutes anymore. I was like, are we really having this argument? Am I really witnessing this argument about somebody talk about they ain't fucking prostitutes no more? Like, oh my God, is this what this world come to? Oh my goodness. So now we got Brittany and Marcelino. Brittany still swinging on Marcelino. Damn, these girls on this show, listen, well, this is Love at the Lockup, so, okay, that explains it. So she's still going off on him. He's still looking stupid. He wasn't saying, anything for the first part. So then when she was trying to leave out, he was like, where are you going? You just pregnant and emotional. She was like, what? He was like, you just pregnant and emotional. So she was like, this is not us. We don't keep secrets from, each other. So he basically told her that he was losing money. And as a result of that, he went to go see poker coach. So she was like, so now you lying to me about money too? He was like, well, I'm not lying to you about money. You act like I got another family or across town somewhere. She was like, that's not the point. A lie is still a lie. He was being a little bit untruthful because you was withholding information and she was looking for you did lie because you told her you was going over your cousin's house when you wasn't. You should have just told her, like, I'm going to the poker coach. I need, her to freshen up I need to freshen up on my skills. That's all you had to tell her. You understand what I'm saying? So Brittany was like, I'm not used to it. She was like, dealing with abusive men for as long as I have. She was like, she was taking advantage of a lot. She was like, now that she's older and she's a little bit more mature, she was like, she don't go for that shit no more. She has a low tolerance for the bullshit. And I feel her, because when you go through a lot of stuff, you're not inclined to deal with a lot of BS from these men. You're not. So she said if she felt disrespected when she was in jail, she would have just went straight up to the bitch and punched her in the face. I'm like, oh, okay, cell block Brit. You took it back to the block. Yo. So she drove off on his ass or whatever like that. I guess she just want to be out of that situation for right now, calm herself down. Moving on from that, now we have Michael. He's at the hotel with Maria. He's in the bathroom getting himself ready. She's in the other room. So his phone ringing. Who's on the phone? Nobody. I think he said nobody. Only reason why she's asked who. The only reason why she keep questioning what the hell is going on, because she know in her gut he ain't right. You understand what I'm saying? Because every time my man phone ring, I don't need to question who the fuck calling. Like, what? Like, that don't even make sense. Anyway, so it was actually Megan that was calling, and he told her that he was going to step out to talk. He said he was going to step out to smoke a cigarette. So he went out there. He was smoking a cigarette as he was talking to Megan. And he said dealing with a whole bunch of different girls is stressful and is a lot, they go into it. He said the only reason why he normally had more than one girl be just because if something don't work out, then I guess he got like something on the side. That's what I got. That's exactly what he was saying. It ain't what I got from it. That's what the hell he was saying. He was like, he don't want to mess things up with Maria because she think it may be something on a good track. Well, first of all, you just was sticking your peen in Sarah and her little hot box. So you don't think that'll mess you and Maria relationship up if she found out? Now you outside talking to Megan, and you saying the only reason why you not really pushing the only reason why you're not pushing the gas with the Megan situation is because she wants things that you're not ready for, marriage, kids, things like that, and you're not in that space. But you're not saying that you totally don't like Megan. So you got your feelings wrapped up in all these different girls. It's ridiculous. So he comes back into the room after him and Megan was on the phone because she telling him that she going to the studio. Whatever. I'm like, once you drop a couple songs, then I'll look at you as a entertainer, Megan. So anyway, he goes back into the room. So Maria, she's off the bat. What took you so long? It take that long to smoke a cigarette? Like I said just a few moments ago. Only reason why she keep pressing him about it is because if it's feeling insecure, and she only started feeling insecure since last night when he was over Sarah's house. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. You can see that coming a mile away. Moving on from that crap. Now we got Clint. He's talking to his mother. I guess he figured out that Tracy is back at his house because he was supposed to be spending the night at his mother's house. So he's asking his mom for a ride. He making it seem like he want to check on the dog. The mom like, no, I'm not enabling you no more. He was like, it's not enabling you. Just give me a ride. She was like, yeah, it is enabling. I'm not doing it. She was like, she said she felt like him and Tracy be using him, in which they are. She was like, she's not doing it no more. She's over it. She's over it. So he ended up getting into an Uber, what it looks like, Tracy got his ass locked out. He banging on the door from the garage, talking about, I can know you're in there. I can hear the dryer. I'm like, if this ain't no fucking hillbilly cracked out bull crack, I don't know what it is. Oh my God. So moving on from that, now we have Utah, aka Andrea, and we have Lamar. Well, we have the whole family at some point. So Nyla's in there doing Andrea makeup. Andrea must have listened to me. She must have heard me screaming through the TV. Fix yourself up. So this is what they're doing in this moment. Nyla's doing the makeup. Andrea's telling Nyla how she's going to take Lamar to the special place that she go where like the mountains are to like thank and everything like that. So Lamar is downstairs with his daughter. He's letting her listen to his music. I thought that was a cute little moment. So now it's Lamar and Andrea. They're going to the mountains. They're there now. So they're talking about, the relationship and how they, tired of fighting. And he was saying how, you only get one. This was in the confessionals that you only get one soulmate. He feels as though she's his soulmate. She was saying how epic of a person he is. So it was nice to see them have like that little moment of just loving each other. But he made a lot of sense when they were at the mountains. He said, you're in love or you still want to be with the person that's in jail. I'm not in jail no more. I'm a free person. You're an individual. I'm an individual. We need to come together as two individuals and make things work. She cannot keep thinking he's going to be who he was when he was confined into a jail cell. Andrea, come on. This is reality. He had more options. He had more things to do. He has more responsibilities. Just let him love you, Andrea, please. So they're going to have a family vote because they both agree that they don't want to not be together and they don't like being in this space. So they're going to have a family vote as to where they're going to live. Either it's going to be Utah or either it's going to be LA. He's convinced that it's going to be LA. He think the kids going to ride with him. And she convinced that it's going to be in Utah. And I really do think that the kids are more comfortable in Utah. So I don't know if they're going to be riding with you on this one, Lamar. I just don't. Okay, moving on from that, now we have the scene with Michael, Maria, Sarah. So Sarah decides to get in her car and pull up on Michael and Maria because Michael didn't honor his agreement that he made with the girls. Well, his promise that he made with the girls that he were going to take Aviana for ice cream. So, okay, you could have called him or text him and let him know how you feel. You didn't have to pop up. See, these is the emotions that's coming on you from you sleeping with him because you thought you sleeping with him meant something when it was just a hookup. That's what it was. But you thought it meant something because like you keep saying, oh, if she knew what happened between me, she wouldn't act the way she acted if she knew that me and Michael slept together. Okay, you and Michael slept together. Whoop-de-freaking do, okay? He's still not with you. What does that mean? Sarah, it has been proven that your husband not shit. Okay? The delegation has already spoken on this matter. Okay? So, they're arguing because Maria like, you could have called. You don't come where I'm at. I know where you live. I know your address. I know everything. I never once popped up on you. You should have called. Then Sarah started getting smart with Michael. And Maria got in Sarah, you're not going to talk to my man like that. That's my man. And Sarah's like, that's still my husband. I'm like, oh my God. So Maria was like, she not going to talk to you like that. So they arguing back and forth. So Maria was saying something to the fact that I guess she'll like fight Sarah. So Sarah's like, I'm right here. So Maria goes to walk up to her. So they ended it. So we'll see the continuation from this situation on next episode. So Maria, you really was about to go fighting over Dirty Dick 12 Head Michael, okay? Y'all both some birds. Sarah, you stupid. You dumb as rocks. You dumb as rocks. And Maria, you not too far behind her. So that's all I had for this episode of Love at the Lockup. As I stated earlier in the video, if you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to holler at your girl. Bye!